sometimes feel like you're gasping for air, even when you're at a sedentary mode, you know, you're just like doing work, like in an aircon room. You feel like you're hyperventilating. I'm just like, this is not normal. And I don't think that was the time where they actually introduced like the etomidate, the ingredient into the vape yet, because I don't think the vape industry was that advanced to begin with. But yeah, I think this whole incident has brought to light a lot of issues, and I think it will bring about more issues to come.
And welcome to the Lao Jiaos podcast presented by the Chit Podcast Network. Now, this is where we bring you all the unfiltered and unapologetic take on the news, current affairs, and all the things people pretend to understand. I'm your host, Jin Yong, and with me are fellow Lao Jiaos, Jordan and Amos. How are both of you doing?
I was texting Jin Yong, I think, this morning. Very hot weather, actually. You know?
Hot weather? I thought the past few days has been very cold.
Mixture lah.
Hot and rainy. It's a mixture.
Yeah.
The last week, right, like Monday, Tuesday, kind like the whole day, all the sky damn dark one. And like I go to work, I come home, it's like the same like 7, 8 p.m. kind of sky.
Actually, yes. Like when I go to work and then when I leave from work, it's raining. And when I'm at work, right, it's sunny. Then I'm just like, what the heck? It's like someone playing tricks on us or something.
I think must be the ashes that they all burn recently.
Maybe.
Yeah, like you,
Wow.
like
The special
you
7
create
months.
smoke, right? Then smoke will give you some rain, like some scientific there also.
This is a natural cloud seeding. Natural cloud seeding.
It's nice to finally see you all online again because we took a 1 week break. And because this is our very, very first episode of the Lao Jiaos podcast. And this will be our new Friday show that will be taking over the draft podcast. And like I introduced, we will be doing primarily a new segment. Because it's the first episode, I think we have to tell our listeners what is the structure of the episode. The first portion will be on the introduction. Okay. The second portion will be the segment of the week. And then we will cover 3 news every week. Okay, so popular opinion about the news and unpopular opinion about the news. And then we will do a very quick breeze through of the other news, okay, in what we call the Alamak segment, fast run through of the news. And then finally, that it will be the conclusion.
I feel like our listeners will like this new format a bit better. I think the draft is very interesting, but I feel very stressful just thinking about the different picks to pick
Picking
about. Yeah, I think-
themes. Finally can let my uncle self out already.
Woo!
Woo, woo.
Yeah,
I
so
wanna go. Woo.
hey, that one clubbing already. That one not bird sound already.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, before we get into our episode, a word from our sponsors. Once again, we would like to thank SG Watchhub for sponsoring this episode. SG Watchhub is Singapore's one-stop platform for all things watches. Whether you are buying, selling, or just crazy about timepieces, SG Watchhub connects you to sellers, retailers, and fellow collectors so you can find that perfect piece for your wrist. They've got you covered with a full range of services, from repairs and polishing to strap replacements, protective firms, watch winders, and even authentication to make sure your watch is 100% the real deal.
On top of that, SG Watchhub offers brand partner promo codes so you can score special discounts on watches from different brands. And speaking of partners, they also work with amazing companies like Nomad Watchworks, a homegrown brand known for their premium straps and accessories. One of their biggest perks is that every leather strap you purchase from Nomad comes with free lifetime cleaning, so your watch doesn't just look stylish, it stays cared for too. Stay tuned on both the Chit Chatter podcast and SG Watchhub Instagram pages because we'll be running a special giveaway sponsored by SG Watchhub and Nomad Watchworks very soon. Trust us, you don't want to miss it.
So, if you love watches as much as we do, head over to sgwatchhub.sg and join the community. SG Watchhub, bring the world of watches to your fingertips. And now, back to the episode. Before we get into the new segment, I would like to invite Amos to do our very, very first segment of the week.
So I will be the self-declared foodie guy on the team.
Wow.
I'll be sharing all things food,
Nice.
food-related things. I have an interesting recommendation, or I don't know, something for you guys to check out this weekend. I don't know if you guys have heard of Yochi. Yochi is the new yogurt chain
Oh yes, the one from Australia.
Correct. So
Oh,
they're
okay.
actually in
Yes.
Singapore now.
Yes,
And
nice.
when they first came, I was like, what is this Yochi exactly? And then all my friends who study in like Perth or Sydney
Australia.
or Melbourne, they were like, oh, this Yochi, damn good, damn good.
Yeah.
Then when I went on, I searched, right, it looks like a damn like a kiddie version of Yao Yao lah, basically.
Oh yeah, or
okay.
Yole.
Or Yole. I personally have not tried it, so I will remain my reservations. I'll reserve my comments. But I see the toppings are what people are actually very interested to try out.
After you try it out, will you come back and review it again and say that, oh, this one is better than Yole or better than Yao Yao?
I will. Give me 2 more weeks. If I come back on the next time, and I will share, because now the queue is crazy, bro. Like if you go and queue now, I think you can easily wait for like 30 minutes to 1 hour, bro.
So what do you think are some of the toppings that you think that people like confirm they will be interested to want to try one?
I saw one interesting one. I think it was cookie, chocolate chip cookie dough, and then there was like a brownie, fudge brownie kind of thing. So things that you don't see in your typical Yole or Yao Yao lah, like your chocolate fudge, your chocolate fudge brownie and all that.
Like a bit more sinful,
A bit more sinful, not so not so healthy. I guess the healthy option is like what? The toasted coconut flakes lah. If you want to pretend to be healthy, then go ahead and try that one lah.
That means it's not a healthy option, it's a healthier option. Unhealthy plus unhealthy, so it's unhealthy.
It's diabetic option. Yeah.
Can you CDC no?
I don't think so.
question.
I don't think so because it's in
Uncle
town.
must start asking, can you CDC?
I dare you to ask them. I dare you to ask them. So if you're in the heart of town, it's at actually Somerset. It's their one and only outlet in Singapore, and I'm hoping they will expand to maybe the west side lah, because West Siders are more foodie.
Boring, right?
More foodie, are you sure? As an East Sider,
fine.
I'll disagree, but
Okay.
let us move direct into the news per se. Okay, so like I say, we are covering 3 news per episode. Okay, so each news will be covering the popular opinion and unpopular opinion. Okay, so for the first news that I'll be covering, I think Amos and Jordan, as true blue Singaporeans, you confirm know about this news one. If you don't know, you confirm not Singaporean, which is that cinema chains have closed over the past, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. One is the Projector. One is Cathay. Okay, I better not say the wrong name. If not, kena sue. Okay. So before I even go into the popular or unpopular opinion, right, I just like to ask the two of you, how did y'all react to the news when y'all heard that the cinema closed?
Wow, I was a bit bumped out at when they said the projector is closing, because I personally love indie films, but I am guilty of being the party that didn't support them because I thought that it was the prices of the tickets were generally very expensive lah.
Yeah,
and
correct.
I think the hype around the whole collective or initiative is a bit hyped up to the point where, you know, like people just generally want to crowd there just for the vibes, but then it just dilutes the kind of the original vibes that were creators were actually intending for lah. So I was quite sad because I actually wanted to visit in future, but I didn't have the opportunity to lah. Yeah, now that it closed.
I think it's really down to each individual cinema chain how they can survive. If they are competitors like Netflix, Disney Plus, and all this, they would have well prepared. Might come a day they might have to close, or even they have to change their business.
Two of you actually echoed most of the sentiment that was seen online about the popular opinion. Okay, so a lot of the sentiment was surrounded between they very sad that cinemas are closing, whether that, and it's the end of an era. And then, like Jordan said, right, it's a very actually significant shift in the cinema era because people financial and behavioral things are changing, right? We are watching more Netflix, we're watching more Disney Plus. Sometimes like MCU come out and say, hey, just wait for Disney Plus to be out before I go for cinema.
Big movie, a blockbuster came out, right? You would probably say, hey, like let's go watch movie, then we go eat lunch, that kind of thing. Like movie was always the highlight of the outings, lah, right? And I feel like the next generation or like the future generations will never know the experience of actually going to a cinema and I guess bonding. There's some sort of bonding, like, you know, guys know, like you guys sit next to each other, watch a movie, eat the popcorn, the whole experience is lost lah, or you cannot translate it to the next generation lah.
The current generation, we will never understand our parent generation that they watch movie in the car with the big projector screen there. Times will change. Like maybe in the next time it will be like, oh, it's all watching from our house and all this. Yeah.
Do you think other cinema or other theaters, will they be able to sustain for the next few years, or do you see them like closing down?
I feel like there is one particular chain that will not close down for the very reason that because their unique selling proposition is that they feature IMAX. They feature IMAX as a main feature of the movie screenings in Singapore. So they are the only sole proprietor that holds that. And if I don't think the IMAX proprietorship will be sold to the other chain lah. So I think that's their unique selling point lah. So that they will never, maybe it will slowly die out, But I think maybe in the next 1-2 years it won't lah. At least what I think it is, yeah.
Both individual company, they are, aside from like ticketing sales, they do other sort of businesses to maintain, such as movie advertisement screens. One of them, if I'm not wrong, they are working very closely with CapitaLand Mall. So most of the CapitaLand Mall they are in, there will be Shaw.
I want to now concentrate on the unpopular part, which is what Amos actually brought up just now, which is that I don't know whether you've seen this video of this Hong Kong old auntie that sell the big goods one. I don't know what kind of big touch she sell. I remember she declared to the media and say that, hey, my this big tart after I don't know how many 100 years or 90 years I'm going to close already. Then suddenly long queue to buy her egg tart. Then people go interview her, right? She then angry and say, this one is like, I say I'm going to die, or I dead already and you come visit me. Then you all visit for what? You all might as well come when I'm still alive, right? A lot of us are guilty that actually when these cinemas were still alive, we were not as supportive in that sense because we didn't buy that much tickets to go watch the movies and support them lah. On my side, right, I do feel that sometimes the big cinemas, they just show the blockbusters and wait for everyone to go buy tickets. I do see them less of like doing like, let's say, film festivals, or like they see all the like Asian film festivals, Singapore film festival. I see them collaborating less, right, with some of these other more independent things to create a hype lah. What is your take on this, Jordan and Amos?
I was just thinking as a like from a consumer standpoint, right? As an individual, like if I want to go and watch a particular show that only screens in projector, I will go it. But then the problematic part comes where I'm trying to find company to go and watch with me. Because I think the reality is that most of us cannot go to a cinema together or watch the same kind of film together because we have differing interests, or at least the people that we are close to or will go on a movie outing with. And as a user, like honestly, like let's say you really are that 1% of the people that go and watch alone, right? That kind of thing. I'm just throwing out like random figures. Are you actually going to be like, does your contribution, will it be actually like significant to the company at a large stake? You know what I mean? And how many movies do you actually have to go to actually go and help them? That's one point, preference. The another point is also price lah. If I can watch the same movie online, like I find it somewhere else, I think that will be a easier, more convenient option rather than going to the cinema itself. Because then it takes a bit of time and effort to actually make your way to the cinema lah. So those are a bit of contributing factors to as to why I think it would deter me from going there lah. Yeah.
In the whole year, there's sure bound to be the low seasons for movies. Even you give credits to those people who go and watch movie Week Up. You all know that the reason why Cathay closes down is also due to lack of management. That's the brutal part.
My own opinion is that I do feel that they have to generate more hype lah. Okay, like Jordan say, if you already do cinema for so long, you roughly know when is the like low, how to say, the lower or less people come and watch movie month, right? The few weeks, right? You can actually plan in advance and do some, I don't know, movie festival, or like you do some screening, some, you know, like some classic screening. Yeah, correct. Yeah, I think these are things that you can do to generate hype lah, and constantly remind people that we still exist. Then, you know, you can buy tickets and come watch us. It's a good dating place. You can do speed dating. I don't know lah. These are just ideas lah, right? It's quite a sad thing that these cinemas close. But let's just hope that the last few can survive long enough, because I do think that cinemas play a very important part of us growing up lah, and we would like to see it survive a bit longer lah. That covers our first news. Let's move on to the second news, which is, I think it has been in the news since the National Day rally, actually even before National Day rally, about the vaping incident. Okay, and that Singapore has escalated its anti-vaping efforts due to a rise in drug-laced vapes, introducing harsher penalties, and then ramping up enforcement and education to deter use. Okay, so I would like to ask Amos and Jordan, like, as a normal Singaporean, do you all really see a uptick in people vaping? And, you know, what's your take on this vaping thing? Like, do you think it's the same as cigarettes, or do you think it's like something that we need to be more careful about?
So as a person who used to both smoke and vape, I highly discourage my friends, or at least I used to do ministry in church, right? And I handled youths. I told them, like, if you really feel like you had to do one, I would suggest that you do cigarettes over vape. And that was before the whole like K-pop incident. This was like easily 6-7 years ago, right? Because I felt the effects of the vape like immediately. Like, it's crazy. Like, your stamina just drops, you know, like, and you feel like,
really?
My God, you need a second lung to breathe, like a third lung, to breathe. It's crazy. Like you just sometimes feel like you're gasping for air, even when you're at a sedentary mode, you're just like doing work, like in an aircon room. You feel like you're hyperventilating. I'm just like, this is not normal. And I don't think that was the time where they actually introduced like the etomidate,
Yep.
the ingredient
Okay.
into the vape yet, because I don't
Yeah.
think the vape industry was that advanced to begin with. But yeah, I think this whole incident has brought to light a lot of issues, and I think it will bring about more issues to come regarding like things like smoking and all. I mean, the larger umbrella being vices lah. I would dare include drinking as well. So
How do you finally quit, or what made you decide to quit?
first and foremost, it was like expenses. So think about it, right? Like vape, you think it's healthier, then you tend to vape more.
Yeah.
It's actually they
Yes.
always say one pot, right? Last time can last you like it's like equivalent to 3 or 4 cigarette pack. But then
Yeah.
it's so convenient, like you can vape indoors, right? So you actually go and vape like so conveniently. I can literally vape finish one pot in one day.
Ooh,
That is
that's a
crazy.
lot.
Imagine 3
Yeah.
cigarette packets in one day. I would never dare
Oh.
to do it with 3 cigarette packets because it's doesn't feel like it's very harmful to begin. I mean, to begin with, smoking is not harmful but you don't feel good smoking it. But when you vape you feel like, wow, actually okay leh, like not bad leh. It's crazy you feel it after a while. But yeah, one of the reasons why I quit is because of expenses, and also I feel that it was taking a toll on my health so I had to do something about it Yeah, so eventually I weaned off
Neither am I on vaping, but sometimes when being with friends, vape just by my side, I just try and see what the feels like. Maybe I'm different from Amos. I don't get the breathlessness for that moment. Maybe I suck in like once or twice puff and see what's the feeling. Then got taste the flavor of the pot, like peach or vanilla or something. Yeah, I have actually checked before we come into this episode. 2024, there's actually 10 cases having K-pop. So it's actually started way earlier than this year already. For this year, we already have like 28 cases. And then with teenagers dying off the cliff and all this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Vaping and smoking, this kind of thing, I think it's very hard to tell people not to do it, right? Because for many, many centuries, for many, many generations, I think governments, a lot of people will or public education has been going on for a long time, but people still choose to smoke, choose to vape. I think the really, really dangerous part is like Jordan said, right? If you take on some of these vape that has all these harmful substances, and then you go in a certain state, and then you really cannot. You've seen the cases of people just go into a trance and like taking their own life, this kind of thing. So I think that is where the dangerous thing is which leads us to the unpopular opinion, which is our Home Affairs Minister had to hit back at some overseas opinion about like, hey, no lah, if you ban vape, this thing will just go underground, and then you'll become even more dangerous. So what do you think about these comments? Like, do you think like banning vape will lead to them underground, or do you think that this is something that we have to like take action now?
I feel like it's a good call by the government to actually ban the vapes. I mean, to begin with, they have always banned vapes, but I think they're now enforcing it.
Yeah, enforcing it, correct.
Yeah, it's more stringent now Like I think if you go to customs now, they sometimes they would lax on like Lao periods, just let you go and they will lax you on like crowded times. But I think now it's a bit more stringent, their checks, even with individuals I think we've seen it with different vices, like even chewing gum and stuff like that, and people have adapted well to it. So it takes a matter of time for us to adapt. I think maybe the teething issues will be like now this period where we're actually trying to curb down and nail down on like syndicates right?
harmful parts of the vape
Correct. And also try to eradicate the syndicates slowly one by one. But it's something that I think is very essential, and I think what our government is doing is we're moving in the right direction because these kind of things, the problematic part comes right when you actually don't know what you are inhaling or consuming. Then it becomes problematic, because then how much is then too much, right? Like if you let the child just try it, then he could probably die, bro. Like just jump off the cliff, or like just run to a road.
No one will
the
know.
car is mad. Like it's not just only the government We as individuals, as enforcers in our own rights, have the right to also enforce that
We always get the first protective measure by our government. It's not purely solely focused on those people who use vape, but also those who around us. K-pop drives into accidents and all this, so it's causing not just the user, but got through the accidents, or even family members and all this.
Affected as a result
I'm actually talking like some PAP.
I do agree with Amos' point in the sense that actually the authorities has been silently sort of letting vaping Vaping has been around for a few years. Yeah, but the recent enforcement was the key because I think they realized that this new drug called etomidate is getting more and more serious, like it's causing death. And if they don't take action now, it will be just like you'll get from bad to worse. It reminds me of I don't know whether you all know, but when tobacco cigarette was first rolled out, right? 4 tobacco companies, the 4 big major tobacco companies actually came together to sign an agreement to say that they knowingly know that it's harmful, but they market it to youths as like, oh, this is cool. Like, we sending this to the World War II people at the front line so that they smoke, they make them relax, this kind of thing. And then it's not very helpful, right? Because it's proven that long-term smoking is not really good for your health. The vape is the same thing, right? If they don't stop it, if they don't enforce it harder now, it will be a very slippery slope and then you'll be cause a whole other lot of social issues.
I like what you say about the cool factor because that's what got me into smoking and to vaping. After watching shows like Mad Men, I was like, wow, damn cool, damn sucky.
Yeah.
Godfather.
Yeah,
we have Godfather most now.
Yeah, cool. No. I don't encourage this.
Taiwanese got a saying that after sex, then guys smoke, right? It's like, wow, you become like God. You become
cigarettes after sex.
Yeah, cigarettes after sex. Oh, that's actually a bad name, but anyway.
It is.
Yeah.
The police found the manufacturer of the K-pot in Singapore is an issue.
Yes. I saw that news.
Yeah.
Got one guy produced K-pot.
Always something fishy happening in Yishun.
Yeah, correct. And that brings us to our third news for the week. A lot of Toa Payoh residents actually complained about this Husky that was locked out at the parapet area or the balcony area of HDB. And then they actually, because the Husky cried so much, they actually called the Chain Dog Awareness Group in Singapore. Then they actually confronted the owner, but the owner said, I only talk to AVS. So AVS people actually came. And then apparently after talk on the 1st of September, they spoke to the owners and took the dog away. Like the first time you hear about this news, how do you all feel about it?
I feel sad for the dog, man. Like, honestly, the dog didn't deserve an owner like that. And if you are like a prospective owner of a dog or want to get a dog, I think you should do the due diligence and if honestly your house has a spatial issue, then sort it out lah. Like don't put the owners on like another being or another living thing to actually suffer in
or just don't get a big dog lah.
Yeah, don't get a big dog lah. I mean that's the point, right?
If such cases keep arising, I think sooner or later we need another COE. Tell you.
For pets oh my god.
Certified to become a pet owner. It will create new income for Singapore. Right?
So that's Jordan's unpopular opinion. We should start taxing pets, is it? For pet ownership?
Oopsie.
Both of your sentiment is reflective of the 90% of the owners online, which is that quite a horrible thing, right? If you not ready to have a pet, then why would you get a pet, right? And then if you have a pet, I never understood why your dog can outside at your own house balcony, like keep wailing for how many hours and you choose to like, inside I cook, then go toilet, sleep, like nothing wrong like that.
Yeah.
Like I cannot for Tom like this thing, like your pet outside wailing and then you like, I just sleep, that one is okay.
It makes me wonder whether this person actually has a kid, If he has a kid. Yeah. I just want to know.
Daddy,
crazy.
Open the door.
Wow.
Then besides Jordan's unpopular opinion about taxing, right? And of course the fine thing, I think my next question is that if everyone knows that it's illegal to have big dogs in HDB or like irresponsible pet owners shouldn't get pets, right? Why is it that we every now and then we still hear things about like, like people still get pets, we still see like Huskies in HDB, this kind of thing?
I feel like a lot of it has been flying under the radar. It's those things, I think the general consensus is that people are generally okay if you look after your pets, if it doesn't cause me problems, right? Once it inconveniences the livelihoods of neighbors or friends or loved ones, then I think people will start to like shout about it, and then you start seeing like conversations come out about it and stuff like that. But a lot of times people, I think I don't speak for a lot of people, at least my friends who are dog owners or like pet owners, like cats owners, they are generally quite responsible. They don't make people inconvenience in any way, shape or form.
Disclaimer, I love dogs. Just for those people who think that I'm against pet owners and all this. I think, like what Mosa mentioned, is really to your neighborhoods and how your dog behave. But there's still a few dogs smaller than the big size dog is not allowed in HDB, but people still do it. Like Corgi,
Yep.
a lot of people thought
Yep.
that Corgi is a small medium dog, but Corgi is a hyperactive dog.
Oh yes.
So
yes.
people are scared that it might jump down the HDB. It's not allowed in HDB, but you still can see that people with Corgi dogs living in HDB lah. If they can
Yeah.
handle them well, if they train them well, then
No
okay.
complaints.
Yeah, correct.
It's like both of you said, okay, please be responsible pet owners. Probably more public education has to be done about like get a pet when you're ready lah. Don't like, just like, oh, pet cute then I take, then later suddenly like, wow, I no time, I no energy to take care. Like.
We need Asia's Caesar Milan.
They should actually do a training for potential dog owners, like have a trial period or like trial for 1 week. Then if you actually don't feel like it, or we don't certify you that you're fit for it, then okay, we cannot sell you a dog.
Oh my god, this one is a bit like, when I first got a maid a year or 2 years ago, the maid agent also tell me, your maid need to wait 2-3 months. Like, why need to wait 2-3 months? I say, besides all the license, she has to go through maid school first. Huh? Got such a thing in Indonesia one.
BMT.
Maybe pet owners. yeah. Maybe pet owners also need to go through pet BMT. Idea, pet BMT. Then you graduate with, you must hand over the leash to you. Then I got my own collar now. Hey, no, I got my pet's collar now.
You got some kink or something.
Okay, so before we conclude this week's episode, let us get to the round of quick fire news for the Alamak segment. I will just read off the news, and then based on what y'all think, you just say whether it's low-key smart, dumb, or just plain Alamak. The first news is, man caught on CCTV pooping behind house in Senate Estate, which is actually very near my house only. Owner discovers remnants 2 days later. Is this low-key smart, dumb, or just plain Alamak?
I think plain Alamak.
No need to debate about this lah. This is a bit, what the hell.
At least go shit on the grass or something lah. I don't know.
No, it's really pavement kind. I mean, it's not the main pavement. It's that kind of, in between, like, that kind of landed estates. There's this small, like, path that got drain one. On that kind of path lah. I don't understand why.
They try to drop into the drain, is it?
This one, I just find
at least if you shit in the grass, right, it's fertilizer. But what beneficial biological benefit does it have to anyone if you shit on the pavement? At least hold your freaking urges like for
So the one
a
belongs
split
to the
second, just
council,
release on the
not the
grass, it'll be
NEA.
fine.
In the vein of shit, right, that comes to our second news, which is that Duke Bakery, right, actually rolled out their series of bread that literally looks like shit. Like it's black, is in a horseshoe shape, and then they have a few buns that's really black and look like rabbit poop one. Okay, but because of this, a lot of their posts just kept sharing. So do you think this is low-key smart, dumb, or just plain Alamak? Smart, right? Yeah, it's a very good marketing tactic there. I never realized how many
Even
shares
though people may not buy, but I think they create. I mean, people will still buy for their one-off. Hey, I buy something for you, some shit bread.
The next news. 13 Singapore to implement central kitchen model from 2026 due to difficulties finding storeholders.
I find this sad though. I don't find this smart, dumb, or plain Alamak. I find this sad, bro.
Yeah, I find this a bit sad for those storeholders.
I just find that, how do you say, this is veering away from my favorite school canteen memories when,
right?
Yeah, like I would like, hey, auntie,
correct.
学校不要让你卖的吧，你可以卖我嘛，那个炸的。Then she like, okay, later I pass to you.
Imagine we're eating SFI food again. I mean, our children gonna eat SFI food again.
Before they go army.
Before I go army already eat SFI. Auntie, 又是你啊。
Shag, bro. That one really shag.
I think we can just call this set lah. There's no other way. Okay, last one. Korean man allegedly strangled newlywed wife to death for refusing to have sex.
Just plain Alamak, bro.
Yeah, just plain Alamak.
Yeah. This one is, I don't understand one. If you're not willing to, I mean, before y'all get married, y'all don't like talk through this kind of things. I don't understand. Alright, so that was for our episode. Alright, that was our Lao Jiao podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, please give us a like and subscribe if the episode comes out every Friday. But in the same time, if you're into football, with the football coffee that drops every Wednesday, and our Kobe Bro show that we talk about fun and trivial topics every Monday. Now, we hope that everyone has a great week ahead. But remember that we don't always talk cock.
Sometimes we do.
Ooh! Ooh! Ooh!
Why do you have to get taller?
Like getting taller.
Must do the face.